Hey, it's 89.9 Cute FM. Listen, you're vibing with Joyce Kahuna, and I told you they were going to join me in the air chair, and I am so excited about this next group that's hanging out with me, folks, because listen, there are some exciting programs coming up in the community. Without further delay, I'm going to jump right into them. Before I officially introduce them, though, coming out of that jam, Robert Nestor Marley, Mr. Bob Marley. So, OG, that's what I'm going to call you. You picked that jam for the listeners. Tell me a little bit why you picked that jam.
Well, I picked that particular song because it reminds me of getting up very early on Saturday morning to have to clean the house, and my mom, who grew up in Jamaica, playing some of that good Bob Marley music as we completely clean the house from top to bottom, including dusting, which I still hate to this day.
Well, that's what's up. And I tell you what, Robert Nestor Marley, he will get you moving up and motivated. So listen, folks, so joining me in the air chair, I got a slew of folks hanging out with me. And as I said, affectionately, I call him OG, but it's Ogel Abase is hanging out with me. Also hanging out with me, he's the vice chair of the West Indian Social Club, I should say. Also hanging out is the executive secretary, Raquel Walker. And also holding down the air chair is Shauna Witter, director of marketing and public relations. Did I get all of that? All of the official titles. So listen, folks. So as I said, you all are here not just to hang out for good music, but you're here to talk about some of the great things that are going on in our community. And when I say our community, I'm talking about the West Indian Social Club right here in Greater Hartford. Can you just talk a little bit about the West Indian Social Club, the service that they provide to the community, and then we're going to talk about a really big event coming up. Anyone can take it away.
Okay, I think I'll start on it. I'll grab the bull by the horns, as they say. So for those of you who don't know, the West Indian Social Club is located at 3340 Main Street in Hartford, Connecticut. That's the north end of Hartford. And it was founded in 1950 by a group of farm workers who wanted to keep the traditions from their homelands in the Caribbean and West Indies. So we have done a number of community events over the past now 72 years. We're celebrating our 72nd anniversary this year. But most recently, as it relates to the pandemic, we did a number of programs and even did some vaccine clinics over the past 2 years to make sure that the community was protected from the scourge of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're always staying active, even though a lot of times we weren't able to keep our doors open. And that's what's really kept us going these past 72 years, is serving the community in every aspect that you can think of.
And a lot of people wouldn't realize that as we talk about the West Indian Social Club, because many folks will say, oh, it's the dance hall place. It's the place you go to party. It's a place where you just go and get your groove on. But based on what you just said, OG, because of COVID, number one, we weren't able to go out and get our groove on. And then you have to figure out a way to continue to sustain yourself right here in the community. And so it sounds like the West Indian Social Club has been sustaining themselves through service. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, I think that'd be a great way to put it. Like you said, we weren't able to get our groove on. And so we have to find other ways to keep the community together, bring the community together, and offer other services outside of maybe what a lot of people know us for is the dance and dance hall part of what our offerings are.
And then some of the other programs that the West Indian Social Club offers, but Toastmasters, is that correct? Is that still going on there at the social club and some of the other events? Talk a little bit about that. Raquel, Executive Secretary, you take it away.
Sure. We actually just had a Toastmasters meeting yesterday. We meet twice a week, every other Tuesday. Individuals who would like to learn how to speak in a even if you're in a professional setting or not, can attend Toastmasters. You don't have to initially pay dues, but you can partake via Zoom or come to the clubhouse to learn how to speak. And I'm here saying my but that's some of the things that you would learn in Toastmasters, is not to say crutch words such as and but and what have you. It's a good time.
Those fillers, as they say.
Yes, we practice speeches as well as table topics. Table topics are typically questions that are mentioned off the cuff, and you have to spend about 1 to 2 minutes to be able to answer the question while entertaining the group. So
listen, folks. So if you're just tuning in, you're hanging out with 89.9 Cute FM. And so who's hanging out with Kahuna today? So I've got OG. He's the vice chairman of the West Indian Social Club. I've got Raquel. She's the executive secretary. And I've got Shauna hanging out as well, director of marketing and public relations. And so we're just talking about some of the amazing events right here in our community that you can participate in at the West Indian Social Club. You know, big things are going there, the dance hall and everything else. But there's some educational programs going on there as well that we want you to know about for you to get involved with. And so we all know the West Indian Social Club as a home away from home. And so 72 years, right? Shauna, before we jump into the big gala that's coming up, you are a member of the West Indian Social Club. Now, when did you join and what motivated you to become a member and to actually hold office? What would you like to say to the listeners too about just membership and joining?
Okay, so I just want to say to the listeners that there's a stigmatism with the West Indian Social Club that it's all about party, dancing, and that's not necessarily true. I joined it because I want to help with changing that stigmatism, because the West Indian Social Club offers more than just a venue for partying. It offers a lot of programs. And I've joined in, I think, I'll say 2019, I joined. And I become on the board in 2021. I joined the board in 2021. And one of the things I want to say, throughout that time, there's been a lot of programs that Western Social Club offer. As OG talked about the COVID outreach, where they offer vaccine, they offer educational forum. They had a drive for the kids where they give away food and masks. They have educational programs such as Black History Month. There's a dance group that has been associated with the social club that teach kids to dance and take care of the social club. There's a lot of stuff, and not only do we just do stuff, but we also partner with the community. We partner with Hartford Hospital, we partner with the Wheelers Clinic, we partner with a lot of people in the community just to, serve the community and provide outreach program. Recently, we have our pop-up shop program, and we also have our immigration forum. We did that, and we also had a program where we worked with the consul lady, Shirley Sturgeon, where they had this opportunity to renew passport and all stuff. These are stuff that we have been doing with the community. So that's one of the reasons why I joined, because I know the Western Social Club offer more than just a dancing, bumper and grind environment. It offers a lot to the community. I want to be a part of that. And that's the reason why I joined.
And you just said a mouthful. And so listen, folks, if you're just tuning in, I've got the whole crew here with me at 89.9 Cute FM talking about the West Indian Social Club, that it's more than just a dance hall thing, right? It is a home away from home. And so, and I am very affectionate and passionate about the West Indian Social Club because my father is one of the longest living members as he gets ready to turn 100 this year. And so it's bigger than a dance hall thing. It is connectiveness to the community.
Club is a masterpiece of the North End, and I hope the youngsters, they would realize that it didn't come here by providence. It come here by hard work and knowledge and everything to make an area wonderful. And again, I advise each youngsters, try to contribute as much as you can to keep it going, because it's the lifeline at the North End. And I want to congratulate all the members and friends who contribute and continue the hard work to let it be a place that each one of us can enjoy ourselves in every way possible.
Well, how did they come up with the name Home Away from Home? What does Home Away from Home mean?
Well, because we are foreigner, we come from Jamaica. Jamaica is a way, it's a home away from home. And then you have to make a place that we can congratulate, we can associate with each other and come up with ideas to make better things for each one of us. And until now, it's still serving the purpose. And we hope it will continue to serve for many, many more years to come.
And so at 99.7, what would you like to tell anyone about coming to America in your age?
Good care and hope, and wish everyone well. And the Lord will give you special blessing. Don't abuse yourself. Try to take care of yourself. Your body can't take care of itself without you put into it. And if you try to care yourself, you will be able to live, I wouldn't say as long as me, but you're able to live a long time. Well, I'm quite thankful to see the marvelous job that my sisters and brothers have done in my absence. And again, we hope the youngsters, they may join and contribute as much as they can. The more you contribute, the better it will be for you and generation to come.
And so before we jump into the gala, as I have listeners on the phone, if they want to learn more about the club, if they want to get in contact with the club, what is the connected information that you'd like to let them know?
So we have the westindiansocialclub.org. That's our website. We also are present on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you just can also stop by the club to come and, there's always someone there. We supposed to be open 7 days a week. Right now we're open, I think 4 days a week. So there's always someone there there's a phone number. I'll have to ask OG to recite a phone number. But there's a phone number you can call.
Right. We're going to get that number up. We definitely will get that number up for our listeners. But, this is the thing. It takes money for an organization to operate. And the past 3 years have been tough 3 years. And I even know, as my dad says, we drive past the club, he says, if young people don't get involved with the club, if folks don't become members and active in the club, then that will be a place that we drive by and say that once was the West Indian Club. That's where it used to be. But it's such a vital organization that's needed in our community, particularly right now. But you can't do it without getting members to come on board. Isn't that right? And so how can someone become a member? Do you have to be Jamaican to be a member of the West Indian Social Club?
You definitely don't have to be Jamaican.
That? Look at that. That's one myth dispelled.
We accept every and everyone. So my interest in the club started, I guess you can call it 6th grade. The former past president, Mr. Perry, was my math teacher at Martin King. And I just always heard about him and his participation. I've actually seen him throughout the West Indian Club parade celebration. So at some point in my life, I was like, this is something that I want to do as I grow into my adulthood. I love community service. I love to volunteer. I love to use all my skills pertaining to IT, hoping to leverage that within the organization and to be able to share that with everyone.
All right. And so that's the thing. So it's not all about dance hall, right? It's about all the other great community programs that's going on there at the West Indian Social Club. And so as we get ready to talk about this big gala, 72 years, right? A big celebration about to go down on what date? April 23rd? All right, OG, you got to take yourself off mute. That's what's up. A big, big celebration coming up. And you know what? One of the most exciting things is I hear that security is good, right? At the West Indian Social Club, dispelling some of those other myths. And some major renovations have taken place at the West Indian Social Club. So first talk about the renovations and big things are going on right there, right? And then let's talk about this amazing event that's going to take place on April 23rd.
Yeah, so as far as the renovations are concerned, we took the time when we couldn't operate to do some upgrades to the front of our building. And then we also have had some major improvements in the ballroom as well. So if you haven't been to the clubhouse recently at 3340 Main Street in Hartford, Connecticut, 06120, then I would definitely encourage you to stop by and see what the renovations. As far as the upcoming program on the 23rd, I know that we can't mention tickets, which is a good thing because we are actually, as of right now, it looks like the event is completely sold out. Like tickets going to be like Facebook stocks. You're going to have to look at it on the secondary market, but it's going to be a great event. And okay. I know in years past, people have waited till the last 2 weeks to get tickets, but it's going to be tough to get a ticket this year. I ain't going to lie to you.
Well, that's a good thing because it's been 3 years, right, since this gala has taken place. And so folks are ready. They have purchased their table. But if there is someone that is lingering, that, just by chance would like to say, you know what, I want to try to see if I can get a ticket for this 72nd gala at the West Indian Social Club, dinner, right, awards, to just talk a little bit about that evening and what's going to take place and how folks can contact the West Indian Social Club for this April 23rd event.
Yeah, so as far as the event is concerned, and we've run this will be the 70th time we're running it. It is a 72nd anniversary gala, but we weren't able to run it over the past 2 years. But what we have done is to honor people from the community. So this year, we're actually having 14 honorees, including 6 healthcare frontline workers who were pivotal in Connecticut as far as the pandemic was concerned. But we also have people representing sports, arts and entertainment. We have a youth award winner, and it's just a great time. We will have authentic West Indian Caribbean cuisine at this event, which is harder and harder to find as far as going to a formal event. And it's just a great time. As far as trying to find a ticket, I would recommend that people send an email to Wisco Inc. event. So that's WISCOHINCEVENTS @gmail.com, or look at our Facebook, West Indian Social Club, Whisk of Hartford, and our Instagram as well to try to find a ticket that way.
Oh, well, that sounds like an amazing event. And I know that it is because I've been honored not only to MC, but I've been honored to receive an award. And the food, man, listen, between all of it is good. All of it is good. So between I'm not even, you know what, I'm not even gonna start naming dishes because I'm about to make myself hungry once I start calling off the rice and peas and the curry goat and the oxtail and the stewed chicken and I see, look, I already look. But so it kicks off at 6:00 on April 23rd at the West Indian Social Club. It's the gala. A number of folks, a number of awardees, well deserved for all the service that they've been putting in over the years. And just a way for folks, again, to get together. I mean, we've all been kind of isolated through this pandemic. And so what's the protocol? What's the COVID protocol as folks, may feel a little anxious about coming out, but you want to let them know now is the time. It's okay. Just let them know how the setup and how it's all going to play out.
Yes, we will, for the most part, try to maintain social distancing in the venue. We are allowing, if people feel comfortable of wearing masks, we would definitely encourage people to do that, and just kind of take their own risk tolerance into account. So if you're not quite comfortable, being around a lot of people, then you might just want to wait until next year. That's fine. I think the other aspect is we don't have a vaccination requirement to enter the event. So that's just something to keep in mind as well.
All right, wonderful. And so listen, folks, if you're just tuning in, I got the crew from the West Indian Social Club talking about all the great renovations. If you've not been down there, then you certainly want to take a tour through the ballroom. So many big renovations have taken place. Absolutely beautiful in there, from buffing up the floor to new lighting to a nice sound system. So if you have chance, come on through. Don't hesitate. But most importantly, if you can mark your calendar for April 23rd. And if you don't want to hang out on the 23rd, then come on through, as they mentioned, some of the great community service events. You don't have to be Jamaican, shouting out all of the islands, whatever island, because, at the end of the day, we are all one, right, as we all come together. And so I appreciate you all. Is there anything else that you want to share? Any of you have shout outs? Shouting out all the islands, but any of you have shout outs before we get ready to jump into to some more jams?
I don't have any shout outs, but I would just like to encourage people to connect with us on Facebook and Instagram. That's the way to see the latest and up-to-date information. We're always having programs. We have an absolute stacked lineup as far as programming is concerned. So that's the best way to see exactly what we're doing. And I know a lot of people typically tune in around the time of Celebration Week. We are having our annual Celebration Week this year, which will take place between August 5th and August 13th. We're adding more days. We're adding a bigger lineup. So you just got to stay tuned to see exactly what we're doing all spring, summer, all year long, all decade long. We're here, been here. Just got to stay connected with us and help us do what we need to do in the community.
All right, there it is. Oh, wait a minute. Let me write that down. What are the dates for celebration again? Because I got blocked my calendar off for this celebration. What are the dates for celebration?
Yeah. Time to take that sick day, allegedly. August 5th, Friday, August 5th will be the first kickoff day. Like I said, a little bit of surprise this year, going to tune it up a little bit. And then the last day will be Saturday, August 13th. And that will take place after the parade. So we'll definitely do stuff all, I think that's 8-9 days that we'll have Celebration Week. So a lot of activities.
All right, that's what's up. Get ready to come and wave your flag in the air. All right, folks. Well, we got to jump back into some more jams. I truly appreciate you. And once again, mark your calendar for April 23rd, big gala taking place at the West Indian Social Club. You don't want to miss it. It all kicks off at 6 o'clock. You've got the follow-up information. We got to jump back into some more jams. So, Raquel, I got to jump to you because I know our listeners are ready to jam to some music on their ride home. And so who are we going to rock out to? What do you have for our listeners, Raquel?
If you want something smooth with good vibes, I would say Barry Simmons as your jam to ride home.
All right, there it is. I appreciate y'all. One love, and we're going to catch you on April 23rd, West Indian Social Club.